who are the content creators, blogs, podcasts, etc. that you all follow and listen to? I have a hard time knowing who's legit and who's just a guru who makes more money telling people how to do it than actually doing it. All right, before we answer the question, what level you think this person's at?
I would similar to us. I think
You
you're
think
in
he's
the
in
middle.
the same-
I think you're either
he or she is in the
just
same-
they are just starting, finding some success, or kind of in scale mode.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to say I've got like a little bit of a hot take here. I said this the other day on a consulting call. I said, at some point, the person you follow will sort of like either fail you or abandon you. Either they'll sell out and they'll do a Ty Lopez move, right? And they'll
Go full info.
do something dumb, right? Or their information, like at one point, the stuff they said was incredibly helpful to you. And that's who the stuff they say is super helpful to that audience. And then you used all the stuff they said and it worked really well for you. And then you leveled up and you got, and now the stuff that they're saying is like, you've already got that down.
Yeah.
You already do that really well. And so the stuff that they say is like, that's for that audience. You're beyond that now. And that's, I think, where it gets really hard. And yeah, to your point, I think that this person could be anywhere. What do you think, Bart? Where do you think they are?
So we're answering where this person is.
Where do you think they are? And then we'll
answer.
where do you think they are? And then we'll answer the question.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
Probably not even in the six figures.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For that.
Or six maybe, but like, I don't know. I feel like when you're asking those type of questions, it's
you're like, who should I follow? Do you guys
you're
like
just
that
looking for
have you
more
seen that
advice
Tony
givers.
Robbins guy? Yeah.
yeah.
It's because of how they worded it. I don't know who is fake and makes more money teaching than telling. By the time you get to scale, you can sniff that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do think this person is early on, just starting.
No offense.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're
early
killing
days.
it and just looking for new content, then
But I love that. I love that they're like, okay, well, I'm getting all this content. Like, who's actually good to follow? So let's talk about that. I mean, if they're early stage, who do you think is good?
I'll answer like talking about where I'm getting my information because I think about this
let's
a
start
lot.
there. That's what they asked. Yeah.
I listened to, unfortunately, Zach Stock. No matter what.
No way, dude.
I unfortunately listened to this guy.
Okay.
I listened to Jordan Menard and I listened to Brandon Monahan at the Coffee Guys, as well as Ben Smith, who's involved with Zach. So the unfortunate part,
you listen to peers.
The unfortunate part is all these they're not really on. So what happens is I'll tweet something, somebody will tweet something, and you basically send it to them, and you're like, "What did you mean by this?" And then you have the discussion because I'm not going to go give context on Twitter. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my thoughts and expressions of what I'm thinking, doing, acting on. But the ones I'm having conversation with, they're like sending it back and like, bro, you meant this? What did that mean?
Yeah.
So most of the conversations are happening in DMs. Who I'm listening to, you listen to service providers knowing that they're trying to sell their service because these guys are masters of what they're selling.
Yes.
But the context is like, take what they have to sell, take what they're having to say, knowing that they have a sell on the back of it, and get as much as you can until you hit that line of like, I'm being sold.
Yeah, I think that people are like,
don't take that approach.
They're selling to me. How do I know to listen to them? And I'm like, okay, if you're in e-commerce, a very good person to listen to at a certain stage is Taylor Holiday.
Yeah.
And he has something to sell you.
And you're like, I get it.
And that's
I get it.
That's fun. But he still has a ton of value he puts out there.
Oh God.
And like Nick Shackelford, at some point, he wants to sell you some breeze.
Yeah, at some point I want to get you high. Like,
but you also have an agency, you have a creative thing, you have some events that you're involved with.
sure.
It's like, but like in order to attract, you're putting out value. And part of it is that like, if the stuff that you put out for, let's say like people who are in the beginner phase, right? If it's not good and they can't use it to get past the beginner phase, they can't afford your shit anyway.
This means a lot to me. So this question is super important. I think there's a list of people that I'm not going to just ramble off on this one, but I will put this together because this is a very important question. People share this all the time.
Yeah.
There's areas of the business that are important to you. You have acquisition, you have retention, you have the tech stack, you have operations, and you have to find one or two people to subscribe to in these areas.
Yeah.
Only, whether they're right or wrong, but for you to form the opinion towards them.
Yep.
And then if you agree or disagree, that's how you want to run and operate your business. And then you shift and rotate them out. But you have to shift the consumption of who you're listening to pretty frequently. I look at it on a quarterly basis. I do this from a podcast level. I'm very into right now what's happening macroeconomically. I'm taking a Democratic approach. I'm taking a Republican approach.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn.
Right.
But I'm going to rotate out of this at the end of this quarter because it's too much and it's on to the new thing. I think we need to take that approach to the business growth.
I like that. I don't know if do you have thoughts here? Do you listen to anybody? Or do you just kind of like do your thing?
I like open residency. Mark's thing is really good.
Yeah, open residency is great. Nick was on there.
What is it? Oren, one of his guests. That guy
Oren's
makes really
a great follow for creative and brand.
Yeah,
marketing.
he makes really good marketing content.
Oren Meets World. We can shout him out. Yeah, Oren Meets World. Yeah.
And then I like Herman for on Twitter for like, you know, he mainly talks about Facebook outages and stuff, but he like I know the guy.
I call him the thermometer.
Yeah, yeah, he's good. Barry's good for like ad creative.
We're going deep on like D2C.
But that's the thing is like you literally said I follow this person for this thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's how it should be.
And they're cool people at the same time, you know. Like it's nice that they're good people too. But I like and then gosh, I don't know his name, but he's also like some of these Instagram marketers are popping up, like people that just make content around marketing, but they're not. It's not a podcast or anything. It's just like straightforward green screen stuff. So
that's
like
Oren Meets World or Ashwin.
And then the guy that's like the former Nike dude who is always just talking about like current moves in the industry.
He's in that space too. Jordan
Rogers is his name, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So him, I don't know. That's like mainly the podcast.
Are you like interested in like marketing right now? Because everybody you dropped makes bomb content for marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in branding, it's like
agree, but like
aesthetics.
is that what like your flavor?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
right
I want to build like an
That's
important,
what you're trying to
impactful brand.
Yep.
And those guys touch on marketing and branding at the same time.
I would never say that these guys are tactical, or at least not sharing tactically.
No, we'll save that for ops.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is EJ.
Here's my here's my take on this is that I think when you're in a beginner phase, you are learning a lot, and the biggest thing you need to do is figure out exactly what this person said. Who's making a bulk of their money doing the thing that you said that you want to do? All right, so we're talking about a lot of e-commerce creators. I will say for general like business.
Yeah, but okay, I'm gonna push back on that, dude. It doesn't. You can the people that are selling you this stuff are usually really good at or better than you at that thing.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. No.
So,
what you said
what
earlier.
What I need them to know is like it is okay if you know that there's a sell on the back of this.
Yes.
Take the information, ask the questions very publicly.
Yep.
So that's just my macro thing. You're going to go into like who to actually follow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to give kind of a short list at different levels. So, I think Alex Hormozy is good all the way until you get to about maybe 30, 40 million a year. Then most of his content is kind of not applicable, right? Or he probably would be still good. Like you could go to one of his workshops or something like that at that level, and he'd probably give you good information and advice. But in terms of business wisdom, very, very good. Broadly applicable. Like, and a lot of people hate him because he's a bro or whatever, but I'm like, just listen to what he has to say about business.
You know, nose strips.
Yeah, nose strips guy. You know, like he looks very broy, but just listen to what he has to say about business, and it is very like he's good at breaking things down very simply, right? So I like him. I like depending on what kind of like if we're going e-commerce here. Then it's like people per thing, like you said. So for creative strategy, I think Dara Denny is very good.
Huge shout out.
Barry Hott is very good for creative strategy as well.
Alex Cooper.
Alex Cooper, like Color Daddy Alex Cooper?
No, I wish. Alex Cooper, he's an accented foreigner who has great AI creative.
Yeah.
That's a subset of that creative.
Yeah. So they talk more about like the process around creative strategy, sharing good ads. Jess Bachman from Fireteam. Those are all more Twitter followers. Dara is everywhere though. She's on YouTube and she's everywhere. But all the other people I just said are more like Twitter followers or X. For like TikTok shop stuff, you got good recommendations for that. Like if you're early stage and you're heavy TikTok shop, if you're on the creator side, actually Rob the Bank's pretty good. As douchey as he looks. I'm saying the douchey people who actually have good information.
He agree. Again, if you listen just to the message.
Yeah.
And not like read into all the extracurricular. Yeah.
Yeah. And even if you're building on the brand side on TikTok Shop, Rob the Bank's pretty good. There's another guy for if you're building a brand on TikTok Shop named Ryan Maya, who has a couple TikTok Shop brands. If you look him up on YouTube, he's got some good YouTube videos on it.
Huge.
So yeah, and that's TikTok Shop. Meta ads, I at this point in time don't listen to anybody. Who would you listen to if you were early stage on Meta ads right now? I would listen to me, or I would listen to maybe David. I don't know. Who would you listen to?
This is hard.
This is the hardest one.
I just go to people.
This
I just
is our
don't
core
even listen to.
I know, but if you're a beginner, you don't have that access.
You don't have that access.
So this is hard because this is our core competency. So we don't listen to anybody on this.
So I'm hosting a debate on Friday between two prominent media.
No, you're not. You're going to be here on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to be live, live streaming that. I listened. So this is the issue with Meta now is that I do think it's easier and most of the alpha is creative. So I'm listening to creative op.
Creative
people.
strategy and people who put up good creatives and creative. Sarah Levinger for creative psychology.
Agree.
Creative strategy with like Dara Denny. She's like good at like organizing creative systems. Sarah Levinger for creative psychology, and then a couple other people like Jess from Fire Team and Barry Hott.
Structurally, like Basin Littlejohn.
Yeah.
I think Nick Thierrett has some stuff that he produces consistently. Those are two Twitter and YouTube guys.
Yeah. So Nick Thierrett on YouTube, I will say at Structured, I would always know when I was consulting, or not Structured, at Triple Whale, I would always know when I was consulting somebody who learned from Nick Thierrett. And generally speaking, the ad account would be performing decently.
Yeah. So there's good frameworks there. Right?
Yeah. Decent framework, solid frameworks.
That's what I feel like. If you have a couple playbooks, this is funny because at the beginning of the game, you try to come with theme, like the shotgun method. Like Tim Burt had names for things.
Yep.
And even now there's still playbooks that people need to start with.
Yeah.
And to execute against. There's a guy named Sean and Spencer. They have one of the largest growing like communities on WAP. And I think that those guys teach us a methodology of dropshipping growth and media buying.
Yeah.
That like clearly is replicatable, but that's a certain type of person that's taking that type of stuff.
Yeah.
People would even go as far as saying Alex, I'm going to blank on his name. He's from Ukraine. He's in Miami. Alex Fedotov.
Yep.
He's got incredible curriculum, right? It's like there's like there are different people that you're being sold into a course and ongoing.
Yeah, I know a couple guys in the that learned from the Kill Crew dudes, and they built great brands.
100%. These guys are they don't even you don't even know that these guys have that.
Yeah, like Spencer from Dabbling Duck. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
He like makes cool hunting gear, kind of more like streetwear-esque.
He came up on that Kill
He
Crew.
learned from Colt and those guys, and like just kills it.
I'll tell you, everybody, my number one source when I first got started was Digital Marketer.
Oh, of course.
Digital Marketer has
Molly and Ezra's.
Yeah. And so I would actually say Molly and Ezra's current company, which is called
Smart
Marketer, probably not a bad source. And
it's safe.
And I would say Digital Marketer is still a good source as well. So yeah, those would be where I'd go if I were a beginner.